Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of First and Last. My name is Josh, and with me this week, I only have Joe.
Hey, man. Only Joe.
Only Joe.
Way to undersell.
Wow, I said that. Yeah, I guess I did say that in like, oh, guys, sorry, it's only Joe. Turn the podcast off.
Just a bunch of people just hit pause or stop immediately.
All those goulash ghouls that are waning off of Spooky Month.
Yeah.
Just got sad.
Yep. They're just like, oh, never mind. Just throw their phones out of their cars. I don't need this anymore.
Oh, I just envisioned for some reason someone grabbing their phone and then throwing it out, trying to throw out the side, like the passenger side window, except the window is shut. So it just bounces back onto the passenger seat.
Next time.
Guess I'm going to just keep listening to this podcast. Damn.
Well, so yeah, just a 2-man show today, ready to talk TV. But it's, still a couple days less of spooky month, even though this is not a spooky show anymore.
Right. Yeah. As of recording, it's like almost Halloween, but not quite. But when it comes out, it is November.
Yeah.
So does that mean you have some spooky reporting to do still?
I guess not really. I not really in terms of I haven't watched a lot of movies.
Okay.
Because I've been caught up in series, which is not like a First and Last host typically.
Yeah, terrible.
Yeah.
Watching all of the TV show.
But I watched a mini series on Netflix called Midnight Mass.
Oh, yes. Yes, you tweeted about that the other day too.
Also, I've been tweeting, so please smash that subscribe or follow or whatever. Trying to
been tweeting. Don't know how it works, but
trying to just hop on whatever people are tweeting about and comment on those things.
Yeah, it sounded like you liked Midnight Mass.
I loved it. I loved it. And then at the end, Claire was like, "So would you recommend this to people?" And I went, "I don't know." Like, I think it's very much like something that I would love and appreciate, but I think it's a hard sell for a lot of different people. Like, it's a horror miniseries on Netflix that was created by Mike Flanagan, who had previously done like The Haunting of Hill House and Haunting of Bly Manor. I actually haven't seen either of those, but I've seen a bunch of his movies, like Hush and Dr. Sleep.
I've seen none of those movies, but I think I've seen one of the Hill House haunted things.
Mm-hmm. So he's like, he's a guy, and Netflix is giving him boatloads of cash to just like make scary shit.
Him and Adam Sandler.
Yeah. But I loved it, but I would hesitate to recommend it to people because it's a spooky show. Okay. But it's also like loaded with, it's a very talky, spooky show. And not even just a lot of dialogue, a lot of monologues.
Oh, interesting.
So like,
it's interesting. Yeah. Monologues are, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Most of the episodes you can sum up as like one character being like, "So what do you think happens when you die?" And then the other character talks for 5 minutes and then something pops out of a window. So it's like, if you're someone who likes like a drama with monologues and shit, you're like, hell yeah, but then you don't want to get like scared at the end of it. And if you're someone who wants a spooky show, it's like, I don't want to sit through someone like just blabbering on and then get spooked at the end.
Right. What is that guy's name? Flanagan?
Mike Flanagan.
Okay. I was listening to some other podcast and someone had said they had watched that and they were like, if you are not a fan of that guy, like specifically, like the Flanagan, the Flannelvin TV.
Yeah, the Flanagan verse.
Yeah, if you're not like the way he does it, like then you're still not gonna like this.
Yeah.
But if you happen to have seen some of his other stuff and you like it, then like you'll probably like it.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, like I loved it. I can't stop like thinking about it, but I've also not talk to anyone about it because I'm just like, I don't know that anyone would really like this.
Is it a straight miniseries as in it's completed?
Yes, it's completed, 7 episodes, which I think is a good length for a miniseries.
Yeah.
It's like only slightly longer than a movie then. But yeah, spooky, and it rules.
And it rules. Man, I don't feel like I haven't done. The last thing that I watched was not spooky at all. Spooky in if you play video games, then it's spooky because the video game came out and it was terribly broken. But this man did a very, very long review of Cyberpunk 2077, and it was really great. Check out Action Button reviews.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is it Action Button?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've watched a good amount of his reviews. Real good. Also, real long and talky.
Super long and talky.
Not unlike a Mike Flanagan movie. Like, there's video games in it, but it is very long and talky.
Yeah, I mean, I think technically, I haven't really counted the hours of how long that Cyberpunk review is in total, but it's probably 8+ hours long.
Yeah.
But he did it so it's almost like a choose your own adventure, where it's like he made 6 different like parts, and he's like, I want you to only watch 2 of them. Like watch the intro, which is like an hour long. Watch 2 of the 6 parts in the middle, because they're all different. Like, it's basically like 6 different ways of reviewing the video game, and then watch the end, which is like the bottom line thing that he does.
Yeah,
So, and then he's like, then if you want to go back, you can watch it. But if you watch all 6 in the middle, you're just going to like hear me say the same things over and over again in different ways, kind of thing.
Does that relate to Cyberpunk in some way? Are there multiple ways to play the game?
I think he's just a weird dude, and he wanted to do a crazy,
Man, I mean, he made like a 6-hour review of Pac-Man. So like, I'm not surprised that he's making Choose Your Own Adventure 12 hours of content on another game.
Yeah, no, not surprising whatsoever. So that was terrifying what I watched. I was trying to think. I'm sure I watched a horror something or whatever, but it was like little whatever stuff. So nothing even pops out. Nothing was good enough for me to remember.
The listeners are over spooky month. You're
like, it's November, dudes.
They've got full on mustaches now.
Oh yeah, forgot about that.
I wish I could grow a mustache.
I wish you could grow a mustache too.
I would look great with a mustache.
Oh man, it's just like for the Halloween party we're going to in a day or two. Could you just find a Burt Reynolds mustache and only wear that, like what you're wearing now, plus a full mustache,
and just see if people notice? Just pretend that it's natural.
Everyone is gonna notice. People that don't know you there would be like, "That's not that dude's mustache." Perfect, minimalist, amazing Halloween costume, single mustache.
Just the mustache.
Yeah,
I could be whatever you want me to be.
Mustache man. That's what.
You can just be mustache.
That's what I want you to be. Joe, what is first and last for anybody that just popped in to say hello?
It's a TV pod. So each week we take a different TV show. We watch just the first episode and just the last episode. In between, we try to make predictions to figure out what happened in the final episode or what happened over the course of the show. And generally, we just like take a show and judge it based on how it began and ended, which is a good way to judge a lot of things, I think.
Yeah, that's right. You judge books by their front and back covers. You judge TV shows by their first and last episodes.
Yep. When I eat a sandwich, I make sure to have a very good last bite and a very good first bite, because
a last bite in a sandwich can really sour your experience. All bread, dumb.
Yeah.
You know?
The worst.
Dumb. You've eaten it wrong.
Yeah.
Or they've prepared it horribly.
And this is a thing that I think I've talked about with you, but I don't know that I've talked about on the pod, but like I eat sandwiches and like burgers also like in a very weird way, in that like I eat around.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to.
I think we've had conversations about how you eat weird just in general.
Like if I like the simplest way to think about it is if I had a sub sandwich, you know how one side you're going to have like the heel where all the bread is. I'm going to eat that heel and like throughout eating the rest of the sandwich so that I even it out so that it's not just bread at the end, so that my last bite is going to be an even mix of meats and sauce and cheese.
Right. You don't do this, but I envision that you eat like a hot dog in a way where you break like the seam. You know, like you nibble on a hot dog all the way around, so then all of a sudden the seam, you know, like
The seam
the,
of the bun?
The hinge of the bun that
Uh-huh.
helps the hot dog stay within the bun.
Mm-hmm,
You know when you have like taken out a hot dog bun and that is just broken and now you just have two separate pieces,
Yeah, it's just two pieces
enclosing
of
a
long
hot
bread.
dog, and all that means is you're going to drop a hot dog on the ground
Yeah.
eventually. I imagine that's what you do to a hot dog every time you eat it. I hope you don't.
It's more of two-dimensional. I'm more eating the hot dog from two ends. I'm not eating it from the back side to the top side.
A hot dog's just like not wide enough or big enough to encompass the round thing via like a sub sandwich.
I will say though that with a hot dog, like that does come into mind in my like last couple bites there, that it's like I'm getting to the end and there's gonna be, if it's a big enough bun, there is gonna be that hinge, like you called it, that's gonna be more bread, and then there's gonna be the top that maybe has all like the mustard,
right?
And like I have to make a decision to either get that bite small enough that I can get the hinge and the mustard in the same bite, or I need to be okay with like eating the mustard first and then closing with bread.
I mean, we've all like maybe like pushed the hot dog up in the bun a little bit and then kind of almost made it vertical to like weigh down the whatever condiments you have on the hot dog, so it covers the everything a little bit.
So it's even.
Yeah, we've all done it but it's a national crisis within your mind when you're eating a hot dog.
It's not even something. It's something I kind of do unconsciously. It doesn't take up a whole lot of mind space, but when people notice when they eat with me, they're just like, that is weird.
There's a lot of it may not take up intentional mind space, but there's a lot of RAM working in the background.
It's just automatically going.
Okay, well,
what are we talking about?
We're talking about TV shows
Should
now.
we introduce the show or something?
Yeah. You picked a TV show today, I believe.
Did.
If you didn't, we don't have a TV show.
Man, I struggle to pick shows. I literally scrolled through Hulu, and like there's a section that says like full series comedy, because I was trying to pick something like comedic because we've been doing spooky shows and I wanted to do something light. But literally I was scrolling through all full series comedy and we've done every show. Not saying we've done every show on Hulu, but all of the ones that they were offering up is like, hey, maybe try these comedies. We'd literally done every of them, all of them. So I dipped into the drama.
Ooh.
But I think we'll still have some lulls about this show. It's probably not that serious. It's a little show on CBS called Elementary.
Ooh, starring Lucy Liu
herself.
and the dude from Hackers.
Johnny Lee Miller.
That's what his name is?
Yeah, according to Wikipedia. I don't know Hackers that well, I guess.
Oh, Hackers is so good. Hackers was a youth movie for me, for sure.
Which one is Hackers?
Hackers is the one with the guy, whatever you just, Johnny Lee Miller? Is that what you said his name was?
Mm-hmm.
He is in it. He is a new kid. He moved to a town and he got in trouble for like hacking when he was little, like a young kid, and got the computer taken away. And then he became 18 and now he can have his computer back. And then he meets all these like hacker kids in high school. And one of them is Angelina Jolie and another one is like Matthew Lillard.
Ooh.
Dude, Hackers is so good.
Is that the one?
Dude, they hack the Gibson.
Does the Antonio Banderas gif where he's like, ooh, is that from Hackers or is that a different movie?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
He's like sitting in front of a laptop and he's like, ooh.
Antonio Banderas is not in this movie. So no, that's not it. Yeah, but he's in that movie. So I've loved him since he's been in that movie.
Okay. So it's Hackers guy and Lucy Liu.
And Lucy Liu. And Lucy Liu is in one of my other favorite movies of all time, Lucky Number 11.
Yeah. I was going to say that probably both these people were like formative people for you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's probably true. Because both those movies are pretty old at this point as well. Lucky Number 11 wasn't like a childhood. It was maybe a college movie. But
yeah, I guess I was thinking that like Lucy Liu, there's actresses of that era. I feel it's like Lucy Liu. I'm only thinking of
thinking of Charlie's Angels.
Charlie's Angels actresses from, because I was about to say Cameron Diaz, but it's like Lucy Liu, Cameron Diaz. Let me think of a third one that's not in Charlie's Angels.
Okay.
Maybe, you know, we'll take a left turn and say Katie Holmes, where it's just like these are like turn of the century hot actresses.
I mean, Dawson's Creek and Katie Holmes couldn't be beat, really.
Yeah.
Then she married Tom Cruise.
So I feel like for people, for men of close to our age, our like reference point for like some of these actresses is just like, oh yeah, I remember. I thought she was hot when I was 13.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair. I just really liked Lucky Number 11. Come on. That was... But yeah, when I was 13, Lucy was definitely hot. I mean, Elementary. So what do you know about this show going into it? Like, are you familiar? I've never seen any of it, but I'm like familiar of, I think, its premise.
Yeah, I'm familiar to that. I think it's like present day Sherlock Holmes. And that there was like another like BBC show or something that was like also present day Sherlock Holmes.
There was a Benedict Cumberbatch,
yes.
Martin Short, Sherlock Holmes on the BBC. That was awesome, by the way. I've seen all of that.
Those were at the same time, just like happen to have the same. It's like kind of like Deep Impact, Armageddon,
Lake Placid, and no, I don't remember the other one.
Oh, I'm trying to remember now too.
But it was one, right? That was a thing.
It's called like Gator or something.
Gator.
Big Gator.
Lake Placid and a big Gator. Before we get too far away from it, Elementary went 7 seasons and 154. I want to make sure it didn't say 194. 154 episodes. It was on CBS, and it went from September 2012. Actually, just ended 2 years ago, August 2019.
Yeah.
I thought it had been long over, I'll be honest. And yeah, this is what I think it is obviously Johnny Lee Miller is Sherlock Holmes. Are they going to be called Sherlock and Watson? Or are they going to have different names?
I bet it's in there. Maybe it's not Sherlock Holmes.
Like Sherlock's his middle name or something?
Yeah,
kind of thing?
Exactly. And she's like...
Emma Watson or something like... Well, that'd be weird because that's a real human being.
She's like, yeah, my name's Emma Watson. I was born first.
Yeah. And then obviously, yeah, I'm assuming Lucy Liu is the Dr. Watson, the sidekick of the group.
Okay.
And it's called Elementary, which is, I assume... Obviously, the play on words of "It's elementary, my dear Watson."
Right.
But are they teachers at a school?
That like they became like private investigators?
Yeah, like as like
because they'd read a lot of Agatha Christie books or something.
Right. Right away Johnny Lee Miller like an elementary school teacher who's just like way too smart for what he's doing.
I wouldn't put it past this CBS
and instead of
to like tie it together like that.
Yeah. And instead of Breaking Bad, he becomes like a cop. You know?
Let's solve some murders.
So, yeah, okay. So that's what we know about it.
Side note, I mean, do you know things about Sherlock Holmes?
Like, as in...
Like, have you read any of the books or anything?
I've probably read something back in my youth, like a little bit. I mean, I know he's got his, like, arch nemesis, Moriarty.
Okay.
Like that. He's, like, a equally genius but evil man, basically. I know what I know from the Benedict Cumberbatch
Yeah, I was
stuff.
going to ask, how much of this is just stuff you learned from Sherlock?
No, I know about Professor Moriarty.
Okay.
I knew about him from Star Trek The Next Generation. For some reason, they do a lot of like holodeck Sherlock stuff with Data in that show, which we've never done a Star Trek show, which is insane to me, by the way.
I think about it every time I'm up for a show, but I'm just like, maybe next time.
I always think about it too, but then I'm always like, we probably have to start with the first Star Trek, which, if I'm going to be honest, I don't necessarily think is very good.
Yeah.
And I can say that because Jimmy's not here, so he can't go, what?
Well, yeah. Well, that was a specific reason I didn't do it this week, because like I figure Jimmy should.
Oh my God! If you did a Star Trek and Jimmy wasn't here, you'd flip out. That'd be funny. So no, I knew about Moriarty beforehand, and I know he's kind of like the but he's not in everything. He's just around sometimes. Yeah. He's kind of so maybe that's it.
Yeah, because
and then everything else, I'm not convinced that it's not what I don't know from the BBC Sherlock.
Because I've never seen Sherlock, and the only things I really know about Sherlock Holmes are just things that are common knowledge things, just like it's Sherlock Holmes and his buddy Watson, and he says it's elementary, and there's a guy named Moriarty who's a bad guy.
Okay. Did you see the Robert Downey Jr. Sherlock Holmes movies?
I didn't, but I heard he boxes.
Yeah, that's the one thing that it's pretty funny, because it's like when I think of Sherlock Holmes, I don't think like a physical specimen type scenario.
Ass kicker.
And I mean, like, not that Robert Downey Jr. is like a hunk per se, but like in those movies, he like is so smart that he kind of like can tell what the guy's gonna do and then beat the hell out of people because he's like so good.
You can see those punches coming.
Yeah, there's like a that like vignette montage of like, if I do this, he's gonna do this and blah 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 blah. And then, so I expect that's not gonna be in this stuff. I kind of want it to be. I feel like it's just this is going to be like NCIS, but someone's going to take 10 minutes at the end of the show and explain to us what we just saw.
Yeah, my hope for this is that it's clever, even if they like explain, over explain it at the end. I
think that's almost a part though, is like Sherlock Holmes always has to be like, let me tell you dummies what happened. Mm-hmm. Like, at least a little bit. I never paid enough attention in like the BBC one to be like, were some of the answers always there? Like, because that's what I kind of always want, is like essentially like if you're paying enough attention when you're watching this TV show, you could figure this out in 30 minutes instead of, I mean, I'm assuming these are like 42-minute shows.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You could have figured it out in like minute 29, minute, whatever. You could have figured it out.
And not in the same way of like a like Law and Order or Scooby-Doo, where it's just like, oh, that creepy guy they talked to in the beginning is probably that guy.
There's a hunchback that's lurking in the back of every single shot. I bet it's him. No, not like that. But yeah. I mean, I think we've had a lot of speculation. Mm-hmm. And I think we kind of understand maybe what's going on, because it's Sherlock. The first episode, unfortunately, is called Pilot. Mm-hmm. It's not called even Elementary. It aired on September 27th, 2012. So we're going to take a little watch, and we'll be back after that. And we're back. We're done with the first episode of Elementary. It was called Pilot.
Yeah. I mean, initial hot take is just that it was what I expected.
It was fine.
Yeah, it was kind of a procedural. There was, stuff that you wouldn't have seen that was explained by our super smart protagonist, and also our super smart protagonist is like, he's a CBS anti-hero, in that he's like instead of actually being a bad person that you kind of relate to, he doesn't get social norms, and he's a little bit of an asshole in that way. And they mentioned that he has a drug problem, but you never actually see it.
Well, and he even clearly, like, CBS maybe ways is like, don't worry, I'll never do drugs.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Also, I had to look because I didn't know that guy was British. Mm-hmm. And I was like, is he trying to do a British accent, or is he British? And he was born in the UK. I got a really quick write-up from IMDb. Mm-hmm. Sherlock Holmes, fresh out of rehab, is teamed with his sobriety partner, a former surgeon named Watson. Her name is Joan Watson as well.
Joan Watson.
They have to learn to work together even as they tackle their first case, the mysterious death of a doctor's wife. Yeah.
So they're not, I guess the one thing that I didn't expect is that they're not like two like co-detectives. It's like,
I mean, neither one of them are technically even detectives.
Right. Sherlock is just a guy who works with the police department.
Yeah. He explained to Watson, Lucy Liu, he explained to her that he was like a consultant in the UK, but then he developed his like drug problem, somehow made it to America. They're in New York, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Made it to New York, just got out of rehab, and then he's going to be a police consultant again because like the police chief guy like met him when the police chief guy was in the UK. So he's a consultant, and then Watson is just like basically she's supposed to be like his like she was calling it his companion is what they would call her, and she just hangs out with him like 24/7 and just to make sure he doesn't like get back on the sauce. It
was like some sort of like very specialized social worker.
Yeah.
Did I get that right? That she was hired by his dad to like keep an eye on him?
His dad is her like contact for it. Yeah.
Because she's like literally staying with him and supposed to like keep him straight.
Yeah, the big thing is like if he gets back on the wagon, or do you fall off the wagon? Is he currently on the wagon being sober?
The wagon is good. He's okay. Riding the wagon.
Okay, so her goal is to make sure he stays on the wagon, and if he falls off, he will lose the home because his dad like owns a bunch of places in New York, so he lives in one, obviously, and so then she's just like chilling with him.
So that's the setup for them, and then they work through a case, which is this guy. I mean, the end of it is that this doctor who had killed his wife, but there's several twists and turns before we get there. Like,
well, he still didn't kill his wife. He got a guy to kill his wife cleverly, basically. He was a psychiatrist, right? And he found a dude who like murdering like redheads or something, it sounded like. And then he got his wife to just do a bunch of plastic surgery, and everyone was like, she was hot before, why did she have to do it then? Kind of thing. And it was because he was trying to he was transforming the wife he didn't want to be involved with anymore into a person that would be murderable.
Yeah, that would trigger this guy's like psychotic whatevers. Because it's introduced to us in that like they first can't find the body, right? She's like disappeared.
Yeah, I didn't realize that they didn't know where the body was.
Yeah,
I thought they maybe had like cleaned that up or something before they got there.
There was like a break-in, and then she's gone, and then Sherlock does some Sherlocking, and then finds like the safe room where they find the body, and then they immediately suspect the husband because that's what you do, but then Sherlock's like, well, like this guy for sure didn't kill her because things that he Sherlocked out of him, like his hands are too small and blah blah blah. This guy's not like a killer.
He's not tall enough. He doesn't have his feet are too small and his hands would be too small.
So that's kind of like those are the first couple twists and turns, but then it eventually twists and turns back into, well, yeah, we think that this guy hired someone to kill her and figured out how, but they didn't like have the proof yet.
Yeah, you like almost Hannibaled him. But he didn't eat anybody.
Yeah.
I mean, in the end, the husband is the one, and it was because like if they got divorced or she left him, she was like the rich one.
Yeah.
I mean, he was a psychiatrist in New York City. I bet that he had plenty of money. Yeah. But she was apparently very well off. Her family was. And if she leaves him, then they get nothing because of a prenup. But if she happens to die before him, then he would inherit her like side of the fortune because
Yeah. So he ended up doing it. And Sherlock figured out how and was able to get his man.
Got him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it was a pretty typical Sherlock, like an easy Sherlock kind of whatever. I kind of thought what they were going to do is that maybe he was going to walk into there and like solve the case like immediately and be like, oh, it was this dude and this is everything that happened. And then they were just going to like move on. Just kind of like in wrestling when they do like squash matches to show how like powerful somebody is and like how strong they are. Like
build them up.
I thought they were going to like build him up a little bit and be like, oh, look at that. He just solved like a case super fast.
But
he didn't. That didn't happen.
Took some work in. And like we glossed over some things in there, but it's like, I forget what. Oh, they were interviewing someone who had been previously attacked by like this guy, and Sherlock was like very blunt about it, and that made Watson upset. I can't remember if there was something else that made her upset, such that she was just like, "I'm done with you."
I mean, he was just in general kind of a huge dick
Mm-hmm.
most of the time. Because like the way he proved to her that he knew that she was a surgeon, because Sherlock used to be, or Watson used to be a surgeon, but she wasn't, and he was like, "Oh, you're not a surgeon anymore because you like killed the person."
Yeah.
And like that's not really the way to have a conversation.
Yeah, and again, he had like, she clearly didn't want to talk about it, and he had figured those things out because of clues that he had seen, and he was just like, "Oh yeah, you had killed someone, and it was malpractice, and that's why you had to stop being a surgeon."
Yeah.
And she was like, "Cool, I'm done talking to you."
Right. Yeah. I think I can see where the show's gonna go, which is also similar to how at least the BBC Sherlock one went too, in a little way. It's just like Sherlock in general is just kind of himself, clueless, and is like straight to the point because he's like doing things. He's too busy. He's too smart to like bother with niceties, essentially. I don't think it's not that he doesn't even get it. I think he just doesn't care.
Yeah.
In a way. Or he doesn't get it. It doesn't really matter. But he does all that, and then Watson balances him out, so I think they did a pretty good job with that relationship, at least showing like and maybe it helps with Watson now being like a woman instead of like a regular, like just like a dude as well. Maybe it helps the listeners or watchers like think she's like believe that she would be more empathetic as well. Lucy Liu seems kind as well.
Yeah, because otherwise you'd be okay with Sherlock just walking all over Watson, like.
Well, yeah, if it was like
character.
When it was like Martin Short. No, that's Martin. Is that who? Martin?
Probably not Martin Short.
Not Martin Short. Martin something though. I can't remember his name. The guy who plays Watson in the BBC one. But it's like if it's him, he's supposed to be like an ex-military guy who's a doctor who's got like a limp, and like the problem is like he's got like some weird like PTSD from like obviously wars and stuff.
Ooh.
But he kind of like shits all over him all the time, and he can like he just like yells back. So the dynamic's going to be much different.
I see. Yeah.
But it's going to be still kind of the same stuff where it's like, dude, you're just being. But you're going to care about it a little bit more because he's being like rude to a little Asian lady now.
Yeah.
You
don't want to see that. So yeah.
What did you think about it overall then? Or like, were you interested in this or?
Not really. It feels too much. It still feels too much like just like a regular procedural.
Yeah. I mean, everything besides those two, like talking kind of thing. It's just he comes to the conclusions in his mind instead of like, I don't know, a cop going, aha.
Yeah. I feel like there's other similar shows that like are somewhat more interesting. Like there's like Psych, where he's like, somewhat clairvoyant like that, but they play it off as like he's really just kind of bullshitting mostly.
Yeah.
Because he's pretending that he's psychic, but he's actually not. That's like the premise of that show. And that's, a different level of interesting because there's that deception that he's playing in addition to him just also being smart. Yeah,
he's being Sherlock, but pretending to be better.
Yeah, right. Like that's interesting, or like a Limitless or something where it's like this guy has superpowers.
Yeah, he's supernatural almost in a way.
Yeah, or even Ghost Whisperer where she's talking to the ghosts.
No, I would definitely rather watch this show than any more Ghost Whisperer.
Like I feel like at least those things have a more interesting element to just super smart detective guy,
right?
Where like this seems like super smart detective guy, also his name is Sherlock Holmes.
There's a lot of,
so if that means anything to you,
I mean, there is a lot of weight to that, like, I mean, even if people haven't read any of the books or seen the BBC show at all, I mean, most likely they probably saw the Robert Downey Jr. movie. Like, they've seen one.
We've all seen the Robert
Seen
Downey
or
Jr.
heard of one of these couple things that the Sherlock Holmes has been involved in. Seen some Star Trek episodes, when they're in the holodeck. But like, you just have a thing and you know how it works. I mean, you've heard about it, and so there's 154 episodes of this show.
Yeah.
So it's like, how, once again, we're in the problem of how are you going to keep like his deducing interesting for that long, especially because I don't think like him becoming more of a like empathetic, like nice human being is going to make the show more interesting.
Yeah. It definitely
it's
would.
not going to help the show do that. So
it would lessen the drama. So like, why would you do that?
Right. And so you have to rely on like these weird hooks and like clever ways of coming up with stuff. I'd be curious to read some stuff and find out what this doesn't, like, how did he figure this out? This isn't like the things he said don't even make sense kind of thing. Like, the man's got to know way too much. And like they need to know way too much about writing the show. It's just like so broad. I don't think they can keep it up.
Yeah. I mean, even in this one, like there was the part where, so the wife had been strangled and Sherlock was saying, he like took a picture with his cell phone of this guy's hands and was like, this guy's hands are too small. You couldn't have done it. It's just like, you can really tell from like.
Well, yeah, they were two pictures. It was like the pictures of her like strangled neck and this guy's hands. And it was like, that's just a zoom in, zoom out thing. Like his hands get bigger.
Like, and I don't even know that you could like really tell.
There's no scale there.
Yeah, there's no scale of just like being able to tell how big someone's hands need to be to like wrap around someone's neck to strangle them or whatever. Yeah, I don't know.
Weird stuff. I am like morbidly curious about this show. There'd be no chance of me watching 154 episodes of this show, but there is technically chances of me potentially watching some if this last episode goes well.
Okay. I think the other thing is that it's weird to me that they somehow live in a universe where like Sherlock Holmes, the character, doesn't exist.
Oh.
Just because like there are parts where she would like call him Sherlock. She'd be like, all right, Sherlock. And like in the real world, when someone says, all right, Sherlock, that means like quit being such a smart guy.
Yeah.
But like in here, it's like, no, that's just his name. And like, this isn't weird to her at all that his name is Sherlock Holmes.
I did not catch that. Did not faze me at all. I didn't think about that. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure, Sherlock. And I was like, yeah, right. He did say that, Watson. That's me.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, curious. One other thing, and I'm going to mention it just because it may or may not pertain to a prediction, is that he has bees.
Oh, yeah. He's like a beekeeper. He's got bees on his roof.
He's got bees on a rooftop in New York City.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
It's not okay.
That's
right?
not okay.
And there was like honey dripping down the like stairwell or something.
How is that possible?
I don't know. He's not keeping the bees.
And he
that well
literally went, he went, that happens.
Yeah, that happens. Yeah.
That happens.
Honey just gets down there.
Yeah, sometimes it's just honey. Okay. You were like, this Sherlock thing doesn't like pan out. And I'm like, dude's got bees and honey flowing through the walls.
Yeah. That's where, we have like a bee shortage, and that's where they've all gone.
They're all Sherlocks. They're all on Sherlock's rooftop.
New York City rooftop.
Oh, boy. You want to get into predictions?
Sure.
I'll do mine. So like I said a little bit earlier, I was surprised he didn't solve one really fast. So in this one, I think he solves 2 crimes.
Okay.
Or at least 2 crimes, but I would say 2. I wrote 2 or more. My second one is one of those crimes involves poison.
Okay. I can see that.
He's like, I touched this peanut and they must have shoved the peanuts down their throat. I don't know. That's a poison in a way, right?
Yeah. I mean, there was an element of like part of the clues in this one was like the guy was like allergic to rice. And so why would he have rice in his home?
That was like the fastest, kind of like fake out
Mm-hmm.
He's like, he's allergic to rice. He had rice. I was like, did you kill him? Wait, no, got killed by a gun. It's where are you going with this? So one of the crimes out of the two or more involves poison. Number 3, I think Sherlock and Watson are, and I underline this 3 times, not romantically involved.
Okay.
Because don't do that.
They're gonna do it.
Don't do that.
Yeah. You're I admire you for going for those points, but
I need to. And number 4, he talked about it. He was he's writing chapter 19. His B book comes back up.
His B book.
Yeah. Maybe it's getting released. Maybe he's doing a book signing.
I hope so.
But he talked about his B book.
Signs his books, Sherlock Holmes, and it phases no one.
I hope you become a great person. Sign Sherlock Holmes.
Oh my gosh. We didn't talk much about Sherlock's dad. Although we just know that
we know he exists.
He exists. He wants the best for his son, and apparently he's got enough money to like own some buildings and pay for this, like personal keep drugs off you guy. But so I think Sherlock's dad is the Moriarty. Like he's like.
Because you think Sherlock's... you don't think it's actually Sherlock's dad? Or do you think Sherlock's dad is the big bad?
I think Sherlock's dad is the big bad.
Okay. I could see it being Moriarty the whole time, or a Moriarty-like character, but it's not actually Sherlock's dad being the corresponder.
I think it's actually Sherlock's dad, and that like his middle name or something is Moriarty.
Father Moriarty Holmes.
Yep. Yeah. Or Moriarty is like his like AIM screen name or something. So yeah. I think Holmes and Watson are not only romantically involved, but they have a child.
Yeah, I probably think that too.
Yeah.
I hate it.
They got a kid. I think that this is a like trope that comes up in a lot of like smart actiony things where someone has like a revolver with 6 bullets in it, and there's a moment where they're trying to figure out like how many times did I shoot? So do I have enough bullets left, or am I out of bullets? So I think someone runs out of bullets.
Shoot the hostage. What are you talking?
What? Yes.
Okay. So, but there's like a bullet counting scenario.
There's a bullet counting scenario, and it ends with that person running out of bullets. And then my last one, again based in New York City, I think we get a cameo from the Madison Square Garden, the most famous arena in the world.
All right. Like go see the Knicks or something?
Yeah, maybe. Go watch a basketball game. Go see a concert.
They did watch baseball on TV in this last episode.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, and he like predicted what was going to happen in like the last.
That was bullshit, right? Like you can't just predict what is going to happen in a baseball game. Like the next 3 moves, it's going to be a pop fly. Like what? Get out of here. That actually kind of made me a little mad.
Yeah,
because I was like, that's not based in science.
Like that end of it, but also like that's shit that happens like all the time when people are watching sports. They're just like, yeah, probably gonna be an interception here, but they say it every time, and like these times it happens.
Well, and like the 400,000 people across the country that are watching like this one like football game,
yeah,
someone's like, this dude calls it every time, that kind of thing. It's like he did it one time.
Yeah.
All right. Well, okay, we got him.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Predictions locked in. So let's get into this last episode. It's episode 154, season 7, episode 13. It's called The Last Bow. It premiered on August 15th, 2019. August 15th, 2019. And we're gonna watch it. I don't want to get your hopes down too much, Joe, but according to Wikipedia, U.S. viewers in the millions for this last episode was 2.82 million.
Is that good?
First episode of the show viewership was 13.4 million. And the end of season 1 was at 8.9 million.
Okay.
So it lost about 4 million through season 1, and then about 6.5 million.
So dwindling down.
So it's and I don't know if it ever really. I don't know. It doesn't.
Yeah,
it doesn't look like it ever really kind of came back.
And you said that was like August or something in the finale, right?
Yeah.
So it kind of looks like they just got the last season out. Like, it's summer. Let's just put it out. Let's just be done with this.
Yeah, just May to August. It was a short one. Most of the other ones were in the 20s for episodes, and the last season was only 13.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll see. But it was called The Last Bow, so at least that means that sounds like they wrapped it up.
Yeah.
In some manner. So, cool. We're going to watch that, and we'll be back after it is completed. And we're back. We're done with the last episode of Elementary. It was called Their Last Bow, or I thought it was called The Last Bow.
I thought so too.
It's really not important.
Someone's last bow.
Their last bow. Maybe I just can't read. So I have a write-up here. In the series finale, Holmes and Watson battle with tech billionaire Odin Reichenbach, which... No, that didn't... Okay. And receive word of their old enemy, Sherlock's former love, Jamie Moriarty.
Mm-hmm.
So that first sentence happened in the previously on, basically.
Yeah, he had died, right?
They framed the Odenbach guy for the death of Sherlock Holmes, and then they used that to then prove how all the other crimes he did and all the other people he murdered.
Yeah.
And then they threw out Sherlock's death conviction.
Yeah, they couldn't convict him of that. Yeah.
Which seems like when they described it, it sounded like they described it as pretty cut and dry framing of how they could not have. The only reason they threw it out was because the people in on it knew he wasn't dead, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Because remember, kids, cops can lie to you. Remember that.
It's fully within their power, yeah.
They're allowed to lie to you. Call an attorney. So yeah, that was pretty much mostly previously on. They mentioned it throughout the episode, but that was previously on, and then the episode took place 3 years after that. Watson now has a boy named Arthur, who she adopted. Somebody comes and visits her and says that he has a present for Sherlock from Jamie Moriarty,
who she thinks is dead, right?
They all think, they think Jamie Moriarty's dead, and they also think that, well, the world thinks Sherlock's dead, but Watson knows he's not dead.
Yeah.
She then does a secret bat signal to get him to come and see her, which is breaking his tombstone.
Which, yeah, she shows up at the graveyard at night, and I thought she was gonna dig him up, but yeah, it turns out she's just taking a sledgehammer to the gravestone, and yeah, in one swing was able to knock a good chunk off.
A really impressive swing.
Yeah.
I'm pretty confident that was a fake tombstone. Because dang, Lucy Liu.
Yeah, I've never taken a sledgehammer to something like that. I'd like to try sometime.
I think it'd almost be more likely that you'd knock the tombstone over than
break a chunk
off of it like that in one swing at least.
Yeah, because you always see that on not smashing tombstones, but on house remodeling shows that they're we're gonna take down this wall, and someone takes a sledgehammer or something through a drywall. Yeah, I've always wanted to do something like that, just smash something with a sledgehammer.
Well, I mean, even on that is you see them taking a sledgehammer to cabinets and stuff, and the sledgehammer just bounces off of it because they only are using a sledgehammer is heavy, but there's some technique to it, and it didn't really look like Lucy Liu really was using some proper sledge swinging technique on
she just took a swing.
Hundreds of pounds of stone. But so yeah, she calls Sherlock. He shows up. He's been running around basically Europe solving crimes under pseudonyms and whatnot. He meets her kid. he finds out she has cancer because she has an oncologist and they kept acting like that was a case she was working on. But he finds that out eventually.
Oh yeah, because he kept offering like help on it, and she's like, no, that's taken care of.
Yeah. And he gets an offer to like reverse Edward Snowden, the NSA or something like that, from some NSA head guy. And then they solve, I'm like, what the hell did they solve? They, because the Odenbach guy, they were just trying to figure out what was going on with Jamie Moriarty for the most part. And no one believes that she's dead. But in the end of this episode, it's like a year later and he's at her like funeral.
Yeah.
But he's like, she's not dead.
Yeah. He has his suspicions. He wants to try to dig her up and see for himself.
Yeah. So, but it seems like he then decides to stay after being gone and pretending that he's dead. He decides to stay because Watson has cancer. And then it goes forward another year, where we should talk about this scar that he has.
That just is still there.
He had a scar when he came back after 3 years, and it was like a pretty fresh looking scar ish. And she's like, "What's going on with that?"
Yeah, just a cut over his brow.
Yeah. And he's like, someone doesn't like me. And then it literally went 1 year later, and he still had it looked exactly the same.
I feel like there was like still blood dripping off it.
Right? Yeah. I'm like,
fresh.
Is this a continuity error? I mean, it is. I think number one, it definitely is a continuity error. Number two is like, so did he really have that scar?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering too. If he just like got into a skiing accident the day before or something.
You couldn't have put like a Band-Aid over it on the
just some makeup,
the year or something like that, and he'd been like, I hit it again. They could have done something with it. But he decides to stay, and what it seems is like at the very end they walk back into like the whatever New York precinct they deal with to like try to reinstate him as a consultant detective. So like almost back to the beginning.
He's back in Pog form.
Sherlock's back. Back again.
Ready to solve the crimes. His name's Sherlock Holmes, and no one thinks that this is weird.
Because he's the only Sherlock Holmes in existence.
Yeah, that was one of the things in the opening scene where Watson is on some talk show talking about the Odin Rohrbach case or whatever. And again, everyone thinks that Sherlock's dead, and they're talking about how Watson wrote a book called The Cases of Sherlock Holmes that like talks through a bunch of cases that they had worked on. And it's just like, yeah, this is a world where Sherlock Holmes is like not a famous name. So like you write a book called The Cases of Sherlock Holmes, and it's just like a mystery book.
I feel like if you went to like a Barnes and Noble and like in their like cheap book collection area, like on a table somewhere in the middle of the store, just desperately trying to sell books, there would be a like Sir Arthur Conan Doyle's like stories of Sherlock Holmes, and like the book that they showed that like Emma or Joan Watson wrote in the TV show is like that is like big and like red and like got all this like kind of like gold lining and whatever. I was like, this just looks exactly like a Sir Arthur Conan Doyle like book you'd find in like Barnes and Noble.
20% off.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's got that like weird like the page sides are like silver or whatever, so you can like you know what they do that with books? We're like
never seen a book.
Oh shoot. Well then,
I literally don't know what you're talking about with the silver pages.
Like, you know how like the outside of the
Josh
paper
is pointing to a book right now. I've never seen a book before.
the outside, like the bottom edges of the paper, it's like silver.
Okay.
So it looks like it's real. It's paper when you open it up, and it looks like the regular color paper.
I feel like I've seen that in like gold on a Bible.
Yeah. But like,
they do silver sometimes
they
for
do
books.
Well, Bible's a book too, Joe.
Yeah, but like a book.
Yeah. Well, they do it for those weird.
Sherlock's a real person.
Yeah, real. He's about as real as everybody else in that Bible. But yeah, so that's that's the kind of book we're talking about.
Now I want to see one of these silver books.
Big gaudy book with silver edges on the paper, or gold. It could be gold.
It sounds great.
If it was a Bible.
Is it paperback?
No, it's hardcover for sure.
It's hardcover with silver pages, with silver edges on the pages.
Yeah.
Man, I can only picture like the gold
Here's the
Bible
deal.
stuff.
You don't want to own any of those books. Like, that's not a book you want. And you've never seen books before, so it's hard.
I just hit play.
If you tell Joe to go buy a book, he just stands there in confusion. I don't know what to do. I don't know what's going on. What did we miss from this episode?
We did see the bees. The bees came back.
Oh, yeah.
I think another thing to note is that, so again, for the first part of this episode, they're talking about Sherlock as if he's dead. And then she does the knock over the gravestone thing, and then Sherlock just shows up at her house.
Yeah. And he's doing that thing when she first met him, just staring at a bunch of TVs.
Yeah.
Which means either she had a bunch of TVs like that still, or he went and broke into her house and set up a bunch of TVs like that.
Yeah. So she shows up, they have a convo about like the stuff that she's working on, and then other people show up in her house, and she looks back and like he's gone.
Mm-hmm.
So
because he mentioned the secret exit.
But yeah, he like mysteriously vanished, and like that's where I thought like, oh, this is just like in her head. He actually is dead. She's just like trying to talk to her old partner again. But then like there's another scene with them together again talking, but then like they go and talk to one of the police guy. I don't know what his rank is.
I can't remember what his name is either. He seemed like he was in charge at the end.
Yeah, but he just like straight up punches Sherlock in the stomach, and that's when I finally realized like, oh, he's real. He's not either a ghost or a figment of her imagination. He is a real person because he got punched in the stomach.
I love that you thought that, because you told me that while you're like, oh, he's not a ghost, like the minute he punched him.
Yeah.
And I was like, I didn't think that at all.
I totally thought that there was going to be a reveal of like, oh yeah, he has been dead. She was just imagining it, or like that was just like a ghost.
It would have been a fun twist if they could have made it so he was dead, I guess, because that would have definitely put an end to the show. I don't know if making Watson crazy would have been great, but or it's movie magic where it's like, well, she's thinking about him, so then he's just there, and it's not she's not crazy. That's just how you like.
That's how she works through cases now. She imagines having a conversation with not Watson, but Sherlock.
Yeah. But she calls him Watson now. She's like, I'm Sherlock now.
I'm the Sherlock.
I'm the Sherlock.
I'll tell you when it's elementary.
Sherlock is now a title. One person at every precinct gets the title, the Sherlock.
Yeah. I'm
the smartest detective here. I'm the Sherlock.
I'm the Sherlock now. Look at me.
Look at me. I'm now the Sherlock. Yeah, so obviously, yeah, like we kind of said at the beginning, and we talked about Moriarty. Moriarty was around, but once again, we never saw them. They were Jamie Moriarty, so they once again gender swapped a classic person, which is great.
It's a lady Moriarty.
I think I read it was played by Natalie Dormer, but we never saw her anyway, so it doesn't really matter. She must have. 2019, she was in like Game of Thrones for a while then, so they probably just couldn't afford her anymore.
Yeah, by the time they got to the 7th season or whatever of Sherlock.
Marjorie Targaryen? I'm trying to figure out. She was a Targaryen, I think, in Game of Thrones. I can't remember. But so yeah, what were your thoughts? Did you love it?
I don't know. It was weird. I was expecting more of a like kind of final showdown with somebody here.
It seems like maybe that was the penultimate with Odin Reichenbach.
Yeah.
Who just seemed to be I was going to say an evil joining of like Bezos, Musk, and Zuckerberg, but really just maybe a conglomeration of those three.
Just the actual case.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was kind of expecting like a final showdown with like Moriarty, but it was just kind of like chasing the ghost of Moriarty. And so there wasn't really any like face-to-face final battle there. Just kind of not what I expected, but yeah, I don't know. I think another thing that's weird is like that it ends up with them just kind of going back to working cases again.
Right.
Like it seemed like with where it ended up with the penultimate episode is just like a lot of shit's blown up, like that, you know, Sherlock has faked his death, and Watson has moved on and whatever. She's writing a book, but by the end of this episode, it's just back to we're like consultants working on cases with the police department.
Right. I mean, obviously, we did not watch that last episode. It was called Rheinbach Falls, by the way. Oh, Reichenbach Falls. So obviously, it was the one where they caught him and blah, blah, blah. It almost seems like that would have been a really great series finale of catching him, like having him like presumably be dead, maybe showing that she got to adopt the kid kind of thing.
Yeah.
And just kind of going and just being the end of the show.
Yeah.
And then it seems like this episode that we watched was almost a better, like 3 years down the line in actual real time. They went, we got renewed. Like Fox picked us up.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Let's get back into it. And this is how we'll get back they all come back together. We get some closure and then we move on to going back into cases.
Yeah. Or maybe even a season 8, I guess, if that's how they wanted to do it. But yeah, it seems more of a reboot episode the way now that you've said it than probably what the episode before that was, which was probably a good ending.
Yeah.
Maybe
it's kind of what I was looking for, but
yeah, maybe we probably would need a little more tweaking, but I mean, yeah, why not kill him when in the next episode you so easily proved it was like not hard to just kill him off and bring him back kind of thing. I wonder if you knew in that second to last episode, if you knew they were faking it or not. Or there was like a cliffhanger until the next week.
Yeah. I would think that you would, just because at the beginning of this episode, it didn't seem like it didn't seem like a reveal necessarily. I guess they did cut to commercial when he came back, but I guess it didn't seem like a reveal when she was like summoning him and she like broke the headstone or whatever. Yeah,
maybe. It was weird to me, but also this is the only second episode of the show I watched.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, so yeah, it was fine. I think I don't think I liked it per se. I don't think I hated it, but I think what you just told me about it now made me go, huh, we watched the last wrong episode.
Yeah.
Because they made the last wrong episode.
Yeah. I mean, there's maybe, like, I guess I wonder about if they would have done something like this for like a mid-season episode to kind of like plant these seeds of the Moriarty stuff of she's dead, maybe, question mark. And then we're going to move back to this Reichenbacher stuff and close out the season with that.
Right.
As opposed to having these like kind of question marks in the finale.
Well, now it's still just open because like Moriarty's presumably not really dead. Obviously. Sherlock's back.
Yeah.
Reichenbach's in jail. So like, what's really changed besides you just solved another case, I guess. And you just gave us a little Kansas City shuffle. You made us look left when you looked right instead.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know where, as just like a CBS procedural viewer, what do you want out of this either? Is it just, do you want one more case? Like I kind of wanted one more case, or did you just want, to just see these characters one more time and see them kind of move on? Yeah, even if moving on means doing the same thing you did last week, which is just like continuing to work within the police department.
Right. Well, I mean, if they do it really well, and if like episode to episode of like the cases and the procedural, you watch a procedural just to like watch a new case every month, every week. I mean, like it's not like NCIS is like breaking new ground every week.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like 17th season or whatever the hell it's on. It's like, you know what you're going to get and you like it. And then if they like do some weird switcheroo just for the last episode, it's like, just solve the case of the murdering guy. God, he killed her with a hammer. We already know. But then they do something different where, I don't know, Lieutenant Douglas T. NCIS all of a sudden fakes his death and then comes back to the job, and that's the end.
Rough.
They can never end those shows. It's going to be impossible to end those shows, right?
You just loop back to the beginning and hope people don't notice.
Yeah, literally just play the first episode of NCIS and be like, it's over. Go home. All right, we're done. Just shut off the lights at Fox. Whatever.
We've given up.
Yeah. So, I mean, I can safely say that I'm probably not going to watch any more of the show at all.
I think it greatly depends on kind of what you said, where like for this type of show, you're generally not interested, but you're kind of interested based on, the stars.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of this rests on that. Like, do you want to solve mysteries with, is it Johnny Lee Miller?
Mm-hmm.
Johnny Lee Miller and Lucy Liu week to week.
Yeah.
Which for me, based on the first and last episode, not really.
And I mean, I went into this like being like, I love these two people.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm still kind of like, whatever.
Yeah. I don't know. There just isn't a whole lot of... There wasn't a whole lot of meat, I guess, at least from what we saw in the first and last, to either of the characters. Like, I don't know. Can you tell me anything about Watson's character other than she's smart? And even that, does she really show it, or are we just told that she's smart because she's a surgeon?
Well, I mean, they didn't really do anything to about like there was no character building for her at all in like this last episode by any means. There wasn't really any for Sherlock either. Yeah,
and for sure, like the character is a super smart asshole who isn't necessarily like not a good time at parties. And that's a type of character that we've seen a lot, I guess, in lots of different shows, but it's just done better in other shows.
Right.
Or movies.
I don't know why, and this doesn't really make sense, but this this show for some reason made me kind of want to watch Dexter again, which is like, that's like, Dexter's not like Sherlock by any means, but he's almost like anti-Sherlock, where he's like, instead of solving the cases, he's murdering the cases and not getting caught. Yeah. So that's where I'm at. I don't want to watch this show. I just want to go watch. I just want to like go watch.
Reminds
Dexter.
You of shows you'd rather watch.
Yeah, that's what it did. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, should we see what we did for predictions?
Sure.
We both forgot our notebooks in the other room,
but we know the predictions well enough. Hopefully.
Pretty sure. Mine were. I thought they solved 2 crimes. They solved essentially no crimes.
No.
I thought one of the 2 crimes was going to involve poison. Once again, no crimes. I thought that they were not romantically involved, and I think that was true.
I think so too. They hugged at one point, and that hug kind of said to me like, nothing's happening here.
I thought like at one point they were like, "Are you going to tell him?" And I was like, "This kid's too old to be his kid." Like I thought the twist was potentially going to be like this was his kid, but she did when they said she adopted him. That was a face value actual statement. And the secret was that she had cancer. So I think I'm gonna take that platonic relationship point. Okay. And then my last one was that the B book comes back, and unfortunately the B book did not come up, but we did see the bees.
Are there, yeah.
So I got it. I added one too many words to my. I should have just said we see the bees. Yeah. So 1 point though.
Okay. I had said that Sherlock and Watson have a child together, which they did not.
No.
I said that Sherlock's dad is actually Moriarty, which definitively is not, because Moriarty is a separate character.
And if it's actually played by like Natalie Dormer, she's like definitely younger than Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah. So she could not be his dad.
And a woman.
And then I said that they do a thing where they have to count the number of bullets in someone's gun, and they run out of bullets. There wasn't any shooting, actually.
There was no guns.
Yeah, no guns. And then the last one is that we see a shot of the Madison Square Garden, which we did not really know No New York landmarks at all.
Really, the only part they were like outside for the most part was like they walked down a couple sidewalks, like nondescript sidewalks.
Yeah, just alleys.
And then they were like by maybe the Hudson River for a minute. Maybe the Hudson River. But so, yeah, that's too bad. 0?
0.
All right. Well, I probably needed that point. So, and Jimmy's not here, so that helps me.
Yeah.
Let's go.
You're on a streak.
Yeah, I'm on a streak. 1 point streak. All right. Well, that's going to do it for this week. If you want to, listeners, give us some show suggestions or just hit us up for any reason. You can at multiple locations. We have Facebook, Twitter, Gmail, stuff like that. F and L podcast, at least for the Gmail and the Twitter. Those are the best ways to do it.
We tweet now.
Don't hit us up on Meta, which is now just what Facebook is called. And dear God, I hate that.
Yeah. We Instagram now too.
Oh yeah, we're
we
grammars.
Make posts. We're all about the gram.
Yeah, gram life forever. That's F and L podcast as well.
I think also same.
Yeah, all the same. It's called branding.
We're trying to get verified, apparently.
That's Jimmy's new life goal. So that's what he's actually doing. He can't be here tonight because he's getting us verified on it. But that'll do it for this week. We'll be back once again next week for another episode of First and Last. And so, stay smart, read a book while we're gone.
Stay smart.
Elementary. This is how you're going to end the podcast. Goodbye. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of First and Last. My name is Josh, and with me this week, I only am with Joe.
Hey, man.
How's it going?
Good.
Excellent.
Just chilling, just digging through the ditches.
Are you burning witches?
Well, when I get the chance.
I feel like witches in 2021, Joe, aren't necessarily evil creatures that need to be burned.
I don't know. Here's the thing that's on my mind right now is I'm ignoring a call from a name I don't know. It says Ernest James. Don't know who that is.
Maybe it's just Jimmy and he's Ernest.
He could be very honest Jimmy. But like we also ordered food and it's like there's a part of me that's like there's a chance that could be our food, but like that's way too soon.
That is way too soon. I guess if he leaves a voicemail, you can listen to it really quick and find out.
Stay tuned, listeners.
There's a chance there's going to be a break in editing here.
We'll just do it again. We just started.
Yeah, we literally just started. This is not spooky month anymore, but as of recording it is technically still within spooky month.
Yeah, we're still in vampire costumes.
So even though that the spooky music didn't hit or whatnot.
Okay, he's calling again.
Okay, we're just gonna wait.
Hello. All right, it'll be out in a second.